Pivot YouTube comrades, TemnoTsar here with an interesting website that I found last night. As you all heard in my previous vlog, which was yesterday, I'm just kind of turning my site into a hobby, and I'm just going to post random things that I feel that the gaming community, whether it be video games, card games, or pen and paper games like D&D or Pathfinder or anything else like that. I found a miniature site where you can customize your own miniatures. It's called HeroForge Custom Miniatures. Obviously, you can see the address up here, and you can also see all my favorites. Anyway, you make your own miniature. And anyone who plays Dungeons & Dragons or Pathfinders knows that the miniature represents your character. But not always do you find websites out there that actually gives you the ability to create your own miniature the way you want it to look, the way you want it to be. And I finally found one. Right now I wanted to make a character for the D&D game that I'm currently playing every Tuesday night at my friend's house. I play a lizard man, and he's a fighter. Every website that I went to was pretty much a bland lizard man. He had a basic shield, had an axe, but I don't use an axe or a spear or a bow. I use a sword. So I ended up making, now granted my laptop's a little crappy, so bear with it. It takes a while for it to load. So I made a sword and shield. Also, as you can tell, Coligan is his name. I'm actually changing that because my friend's trying to make his D&D game into a comic book series. So I'm actually naming him Slavic. But anyway, as you can see, he's got his sword. He's got his face. Now, the one thing I do want to stress about this, and if you guys, the creators of HeroForge, are watching this, I do kind of wish there was more editing for the facial features, because as a lizard man, I feel that their snout, I don't know why I said it so weird, their snout needs to be longer. This is more half human, half dragon, which is actually what it's supposed to, the character design is supposed to be. But I feel that his snout, I should be able to modify his snout to let it be longer. I do like the tail, the cape. I do kind of wish that the shield and like the swords on here are a little big. Like the katana is huge, and katanas aren't actually really that big. So that kind of shocked me a little bit. But I do kind of wish there was more customization for like the weapons and the armor, because it's pretty much your bland stuff. But for the most part, I think my character looks cool. I mean, this is exactly what I would want him to look like. I'd wish his mouth was longer. I'm not going to stress that enough. Then I also made another character, Marcus Corvino. Again, my laptop is crappy, so bear with me. He's pretty much my noble knight, older man, serves his country pretty much. Your basic lawful good character. Will I ever play as him? Probably not. I don't normally play lawful good characters, but he's just somebody I thought of in my head that is a backup character just in case something happens to Slavic. But, I mean, they have all these nice settings: fantasy, western, sci-fi, modern, Middle Asian, Eastern Asia, whatever. I don't even know what I'm spatting. But there are a few things that I want to say before I show you guys the creator, because I'm actually going to make a modern character for my wife, Chisai Gamer, because I have a zombie game that I'm kind of tweaking again. But I have a zombie game. Eventually I will actually post PDF files up online so people can actually get it. I don't know, I might make it a $5 thing, I might make it free, I don't know yet. But I do have a zombie pen and paper RPG game that I made, closely tied into Dungeons and Dragons, but pretty much it's just off the top of my head. But one thing I want to stress about this actual thing right here, I love it. It's a lot of fun. and it gives you some creative abilities. However, they don't come painted, and I'm not a painter. I'm not an artist. Everything I do, I'm lazy. I have other people do it, or I just don't do it. I wish that this system had a way to where you could paint your miniature and then they'll paint it for you for maybe like an extra $30, $60. Boom, you have a miniature. Expensive, yes, but well worth it in my mind. I mean, I would spend hundreds of dollars on miniatures, but I have a friend who's going to paint it for me. So, but I do wish that was a thing, or maybe $10 extra for painting it. Use cheap paint. I don't know. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to make my wife's character in game. Got to go with modern. Okay, so you see the background changes. Since I am doing modern, you have to, obviously be human. Fantasy has other races that you can pick up, which you guys can all go check it out. Obviously, my wife, I'm picking the athletic female, because it's my zombie game, obviously. Facial expression, we'll go with large nose, large brow. There we go. And then you can zoom in. The expression, obviously, it's a zombie apocalypse. You pretty much have a straight face. You can do ears, dwarf ears, human ears, or fin ears, which I don't understand why they have that in the modern one, but they do. Keeping that hairstyle. But, I mean, they have all sorts of different hairstyles that you can go and look at. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Obviously, she's female, so she doesn't have a beard. Keeping that. The teeth are pretty much staying the same, but, I mean, they have sharp teeth, fangs, tusk, normal teeth. And then horns, which also I don't know why they have it. But as you can see, there's a new. So I'm assuming that they upgrade it every once in a while. Pose. You have all these poses. I'm not going to change my pose until after I actually make my characters. And then you have your height. You can make them really tall, really short, really skinny. Have them have a big build or a low build, no muscles or pure muscle. Even have them be busty, which for some reason I don't like how it looks. I mean, it just looks choppy if you make them really busty. Which I know a bunch of D&D people, you're going to have like really busty and like really curvy people, and I don't know, it just doesn't look right on here. I mean, that's horrible. I mean, I like curves too, but that's just horrible. But that's pretty much what I picture my wife's character looking like. Then you can pick from outfits. Each era has different clothes and outfits that you can pick from. Not gonna give her a hat or face stuff, but I mean, you can just go through, look, gas mask. I mean, just click on it and you got it. Sports sunglasses. I mean, it's got all sorts of neat things that you can click on. The one thing I do have an issue with, though, is you can't select multiple outfits. And the trench coat, as you can see, is open. I mean, there's nothing under it. And it's frustrating, because I would love to wear a trench coat. And now she has no boobs. What happened to her boobs? There we go. Now she has boobs. Now you can tell she's got boobs. That's weird. I never noticed that before. Chest. That's not the hair that I had last night then. But yeah, I mean, you can come up with all these nice things and have it designed, and then they'll send it to you. I think that's the one. No. I had this really cool thing going on last night, and now I don't know. Oh well, I don't remember. Maybe once I get her posed, it'll change. Back, gloves, the marksman gloves, legs, not dress pants, not army pants. But I mean, you can do all sorts of neat things. Bunny slippers. Items. My wife's left-handed, so give her a rifle because she loves rifles. Side items. Then you can do the base. I'm going to leave it as a circle, but they have two. You have the circle, round, or hex. But yeah, that's pretty much the basic creator. Now let's look at, where is it? Body. Poses. I mean, you got all these different types of poses. Shifts things around a little bit. And I mean, they're pretty funny. I'm hoping in the near future they have better poses. That's the one that I have for my lizard man. Yeah, like I said, I do wish they had more poses. I think I'm going to do this one. I'm just going to change her hair because I want the backpack. Because, I mean, in a zombie apocalypse, you're going to have a backpack. Head, hair. So there's my wife's character for the zombie apocalypse game that I will be eventually publishing once I critique it a little bit more. Critique it. I am, however, going to change the sidearm because it's going through the gun. So that's another bug that they could probably take note of me making this. I mean, I don't know if they will or not. Let's see if putting a knife there. It still looks pretty crappy. But there we go. My character, my wife's character in my zombie RPG. Now I just got to name her, which she normally names her characters Rain from Resident Evil, obviously. And save it. I do have an account here, so you have all this information. Whenever you check out, you have, this is pretty much how it looks. Obviously, I'm already trying to get my character bought. But say you wanted pricing information. Here's all their pricing information. You have the strong miniature, which is, you don't want to paint because it's not very detailic. It's white. Looks like this. It's $15. Not a bad price for a custom-made miniature. Most miniatures out there that aren't custom-made are anywhere between $3 to $10. I've seen a few that are $15, but they're painted and they look nice. They're just not what I'm looking for. The ultra detailed miniature, which is what I'm wanting to do because you can paint it, it's $25. Obviously, I mean, you got all the. I mean, look at these; those look fantastic. That's what I'm going to be getting in the near future. Then you can get a 3-inch, I believe, yeah, that's a 3-inch statuette, which is $80. Don't know why you would get one of those unless you're making a dragon, which they don't have that option. They have no wings. They don't have any creature, creature creativity. Which HeroForge, if you're hearing me right now, I highly recommend you add things like that. Make it to where you can make monsters for your game. Make it the way you want it to look and things like that. Also, I noticed that there were no arrows for the bows. I don't know if that's in the works or what, because I looked and there was definitely no arrow option for the bows. It was weird. But then you have the 6-inch, which is $245. Again, I don't know why anyone would get a 6-inch statue of their character, but maybe they want something for a paperweight, I guess. I don't know. But I am getting some of these. I know my DM, Phalor, he's getting some for the whole group. So far we have, I think he said 5 players, not including me, so that's not a bad. And then one of the players is going to paint them for us. But yeah, I like the site. I hope that they keep updating it constantly and eventually make it to where it can expand more than just pretty much your basics. I mean, it's pretty basic for now. Not a lot going on with it, but I mean, they have copyright information, HeroForge, blah blah blah. You must be 13. You know, all their normal copyright information saying that they own the rights to stuff. You can't use it for your purposes, links, government laws. And as you all know, I don't work for HeroForge, so I'm not sitting here trying to advertise for them, and I'm not claiming to work for them, but I'm trying to help a great company get out there. I've never heard of them until now, and quite frankly, I wish I have, because they're fantastic, and it takes them about a month to get it shipped to you, which is kind of a downfall, but it's understandable because they gotta make the mold. You know, a lot of work goes into it, and they probably get a lot of orders. So, definitely recommend you guys taking a look at it if you are playing any type of D&D game, Pathfinder, or maybe you're wanting to start up your own game. Here's a great place to come and make miniatures for your game. But I don't know what else I can say. You know what? A few downfalls are the long waiting. 1 month is quite a long time to wait for something that you're paying $30 for. I know if I was in their shoes, I would kind of try to speed that up a little bit. 1 month is a very long time to wait for something. I know when you buy something on Amazon, you wait maybe a week, maybe 2. On this, you're waiting almost double that. And I understand that they have to make the miniature before they ship it to you and all that fancy doohickeys. But a month is a long time to wait for something I'm paying $30 for. I know when my wife bought cosplay sunglasses for Robert Wesker, she only waited 2 weeks, and the guy had to order her glasses and then modify them and then paint them and then send them back to us. And she only waited 2 weeks for that, and that was $250 $40. So the weight's a little iffy and kind of worries me a little bit, but again, I haven't really read any reviews. They don't have a review thing down here, which I wish they did. That'd be really nice. The other thing that I don't like is the fact that you can't paint it. Now, that's just a personal thing. You don't really have to... HeroForge, if you guys are watching this, you don't have to make any attempt to paint them. That's just a personal reference of mine. I wish you guys would paint it for me, save me the trip, make you guys a little extra cash on the side, but that's fine. The other thing I wish is, like, the hair and the weapons and the items, they don't clip each other. As you guys saw when I made Rain, my wife's character, her handgun was going through her rifle, and her hair was going through her backpack, and it doesn't look realistic or even nice. It looks choppy and horrible. I did fix it. I made it to where she doesn't have a handgun there. Now she just has a knife and rifle. She has a backpack. Her hair now kind of falls onto it and to the side, so it looks a little bit more realistic. But I know I had issues with Slavic. Let me click on him again to kind of pop him up. I had issues with him because his tail had, like, before I made this pose, I forget what pose it was, but his tail was going through his cape, and it looked bad. But I fixed it. Now he looks amazing to me. The other thing I wish that they would do is make a little bit more effort to give us more variety instead of just this basic tower shield or the basic buckler. Give us, like, nice, different types of bucklers that you can choose from. Also, shrink the size of the katana down a little bit. I know it's fragile and whatnot and needs to be big, but the katana... Here, I'll even show you guys. The katana is huge, and as a person who uses katanas as a weapon of choice... Oh, I gotta go back to fantasy. Outside our items. Where is it? There's the great sword. There's the katana. As a person who uses a katana is not that big or thick. That is ridiculous. Please change it if you can. If you can't, that's fine, but it worries me a little bit when I see that. Makes me kind of wonder how thick things are going to be on my character when I get him. But for $30, I'm not going to complain. I make $30 in like 2 hours at work, so I'm not going to complain. I like the site. The prices are pretty reasonable. Speed, we'll find out. I will keep you guys posted. I do plan on... Tomorrow's my 2-year anniversary with Chisai Gamer of being married, so after that anniversary, I am going to put in my order to get this. As you guys see, it's the standard size ultra detail, $25. For shipping is $5, so a total of $30. So I am actually going to remove it though, because that's no longer his name. His name is now Slavic. I don't want them getting confused. So, but that's HeroForge for you guys. I found it last night, and it's been a fun site. That's pretty much about it. This has been a longer video than I expected, so as always, YouTube comrades, rock on.